Hey guys, I am back in the house. I explained this on a video I never got the chance to post, but my daughter got a very scary infection while I was on my trip in Washington, and it took all of my time and focus and attention to get her well. And so I missed coming on and posting anything really about the whole Animal Farm launch, the delay, and where it's at now. So I may post parts of the video that I made talking about my opinion, my feelings about the delay of the Animal Farm launch, but now we are beyond that, and we are at a very interesting place. I will have to say this is not what I expected, but I do want to talk through it and talk about how I'm feeling about the Animal Farm launch, where it's going, and the impact it's had on the drip price, which I think is what is on a lot of our minds, right? So getting right into it, okay, just a little recap, because I haven't really been able to talk about this. We were all like super excited leading up to the Animal Farm launch. It got delayed. You guys know this if you've been in the ecosystem. Then when it launched, things didn't exactly skyrocket the way some of us may have hoped, dreamed, and imagined, right? I was right there. I was in this place where I was like predicting that it could not be like just boom to the moon. I was thinking, it's possible that it could go lower. But also I had high hopes for drip shooting through the moon, right? When Forex came along and he made the changes to the drip BUSD, drip BU, whatever, farm, and he made it so that it now produces dogs, I thought, wow, that'll be good for drip in the long run. I don't know about the short term. We'll see how this plays out. So now we hear, okay, with drip down, last I looked, it was like 309 or something, right? So it is down there. It's looking like it could dip below $3. It has never gotten this low since I've been in it. And so how do I feel about this? Well, of course, this is not what I want drip to look like right now. I would just, along with the rest of you, I would love for it to have just shot to the moon right when Animal Farm launched. But I am not worried about drip, even though it is this low, and I will tell you why. First of all, Forex already has told us that he has a whole schedule of launches, things to release that will add utility, not only to the Animal Farm, but to drip as well. And he's gone in depth in explaining these in these AMAs that he's done, in all kinds of things that he has, interviews, all of that. And I really think that Forex is a genius. I've been following, Forex's AMAs this whole time, listening to him talk about the utility that he is bringing to the whole ecosystem. And it's genius, right? It just straight up is. He has thought of so many things, and even this last minute change to the farm, even though it possibly hurt drip in the short term, is going to add massive value to the entire ecosystem. Looking back, do I wish I had put more into pigs than drip? Yeah, maybe right now in this moment. But here's the thing. Drip is a special part of the platform, and you really don't get anything like it in the Animal Farm, right? So I do believe that the more eyes get on the Animal Farm, the more investors we get, the more on either side, right? Drip or the Animal Farm, they're going to support each other. And my opinion, none of this is financial advice, by the way, right? My opinion, though, is that if you are in the Animal Farm, if you get into the Animal Farm first because of all the hype right now and it's the one being marketed, and you start earning and claiming those BUSD rewards from the pig pen, you would be very intelligent. I would possibly take as much as I could of that and put it in the faucet, especially right now, right? At any point in time. Because no matter when you buy in, you're earning 1% on your money. So not only are you earning the pigs, but then once you're claiming those rewards, anything that you don't need immediately, why not put that into the faucet and earn 1% more per day on that? It is not rocket science. It just makes sense, right? So I think as people go forward, even if they heard about the Animal Farm first, they will find out about drip, and people will see that just as is, without all the extra utility that's going to be added, they will see that it's a great place to store their money, almost like a bank, right? This whole ecosystem is built to be a financial system that's outside of what we have in place, traditional financial systems. And if you're earning money in the Animal Farm on any level, why not go and put it in the faucet and earn more on it? It just makes sense, right? So I think that will happen even if no utility was added. I think that people would start to see that as they are in Animal Farm and they're earning money, etc., right? On top of that, we have all of this utility coming that is built to add this utility. I'm like saying, you know, all of these things that are built to add utility, the games, the scratchies, peer-to-peer lending. Super excited about that because that's like a no-brainer. So long term, I am not worried about drip at all. Short term, I would have liked to have seen it go up instead of down. And I haven't claimed any of my drip to buy more pigs, although I've been tempted, and I think a lot of you are doing that. A lot of people that are in the ecosystem are doing that. But I can see the temptation. I can see that that's what's happening right now as people are selling drip to buy pigs. That's making drip go down. And you know, this, my non-financial advice play actually at this time, if I was a parent or anyone else getting into this ecosystem and I had some extra capital, I would buy a big faucet position, right? Because I do believe that this is about as low as it's going to go. That's just my personal opinion. It could get lower. It could get, I don't know, you know, we've been surprised before. But even if drip were to get to $1, some of the other YouTubers have actually done the math on this and showed like how, first of all, how much more drip you could get and how much you would return on your investment, even in like with $1 drip on a maxed out faucet. So I don't see any reason to panic sell, and I definitely see a whole lot of reasons to buy right now, okay? So let's touch on pigs and dogs a little bit. I still am trying to understand everything about dogs. I love how Forex has kind of made them the gatekeeper for pigs because I do believe that that is going to massively increase the value of pigs. And increase the rewards, right? So I'm excited to see as this rolls out, I'm excited to see pigs become that like gold token that's just printing money for all of us every single day, right? I definitely think that it's still a good time to get into pigs because I think in my opinion, they will go much, much higher. So to sum it up, at this point, even though, you know, the launch brought us some disappointing numbers, I am so impressed with this ecosystem as a full, like, bank for me, right? A full financial earning system, investment, and place to keep money, to be honest. Because if you have your money in a savings account right now, it's generally just appreciating. And if you have your money in drip, Animal Farm, even if you bought in high, there is still an appreciation, right? The thing is you don't have to sell your drip low. If you're maxed out right now, or if you were wishing it was higher so you could sell, yeah, that's disappointing. But guess what? You can send drip to a new wallet. So you don't have to do anything. You can put it in the farm, right? So the brilliant thing about this ecosystem as far as an investment goes is that there's really no depreciation. And that is huge because in CDs, in retirement funds, in investment funds, in savings account, there is depreciation that is dependent on what the market is doing, right? So that is a really cool thing about putting your money into the ecosystem. And especially if you haven't gotten in yet and you are interested, now is the time to buy, you guys. Drip is dirt cheap. Pigs are still fairly low. Dogs are still fairly low. And there are all these different strategies that you can do to make it work for you. So my overall opinion, that is not financial advice, is you guys stop being scared, stop freaking out, stop saying it's a fraud or a fluke or any of these things, because you are just going to be disappointed in yourself later on. Okay, one last thing I do want to touch on is the marketing. Scott the Investor did a video, maybe he did a couple, where he kind of broke down the marketing and what he might do different. And that video resonated with me because what I do think could be really beneficial for the whole ecosystem is to maybe think about a few different, first of all, think about a few different demographics for the marketing. I do think that the demographic that they're marketing to with the current ads is the demographic that already is in crypto, DeFi, and fairly familiar with the space, the whole kind of degen identity, that type of thing. I mean, I don't know if they have any other video ads. I need to kind of catch up on that. But the one I saw was the guy talking about, you know, being one of the platform owners, getting into a fancy car. And it was very short, and I thought that it could use some more like power to it, right? And I also do think that there are some really important demographics to reach, like people that are looking for an investment, a smart investment. Like I know that DeFi is seen as very risky, and you know, everyone has to say that, and I'll say that too, but I think every investment is risky, especially right now. So I do think that targeting some different demographics could actually be very fruitful for this whole ecosystem, because I think ultimately that's how Forex sees it. He's not seeing it as just like, hey, get rich quick scheme, you know, buy your fancy cars. He's seeing this as a long-term investment and as a value investment. And so a lot of, and nothing against like that other demographic, right? Yes, I'm with you there too. Like, make as much money as possible passively and buy an expensive car and go on vacations and do whatever you want. I'm into that for everyone. But I also think that there are some different ways to talk to different people that might make them see this for what it is. The other question I would ask Forex is, why aren't you talking about drip for what it is and how it contributes to the ecosystem as much in these AMAs and in these interviews? And maybe that's just because he was promoting the Animal Farm up to its launch, and he will probably talk about drip more as he's rolling out the products, you know, the aspects of the ecosystem that are there to give utility to drip. But I do think that right now would be a great time to at least touch on how drip plays in. I would like to see Forex talk about that a little bit more. And also I really liked, if you haven't seen Scott the Investor's video, I really liked some of the things he said about what he would change. I think he talked about being a little more specific, you know, in the ad and how it was spoken, so that it was just a little more clear. I also like his take on the landing page, how he would revise that, and I don't know if they made any changes to it or not. One more thing on the marketing. What was it? I'm trying to think of it. And but overall, like, I'm excited. Oh yeah. Okay, so so he's been on a lot of like huge crypto YouTubers with his AMAs. So I would like to see the marketing team reach out. I don't know if they have or not, but I would like to see them collaborate with some big YouTubers that aren't necessarily exclusively in the crypto DeFi space, but are in some other spaces as well, so they're reaching a different audience. One that I can think of right off the bat is Sorel Amore Finance. She has this she talks about crypto and she's invested in crypto, but she also covers a wide range of topics. The topics she covers and the audience she has, I think that things like Forex Sharks ecosystem would be of very great interest to them as an investment. A lot of them probably have never heard about it because they don't necessarily go to the crypto channels that we all watch, right? So I would like to see a little bit more of that. I think there's quite a few, actually. There's different platforms that don't necessarily keep their content exclusive to crypto, DeFi, and finance, passive income, but they definitely have an interest, and so does their audience. And I think that we could really benefit from, you know, branching out a little bit more to channels like that. So those are my thoughts on the marketing. Overall, I think Forex knows what he's doing. He's brilliant, and he's figuring it out as he goes too. So it's just cool for me to see that, you know, a lot of us that are in there's a wide variety of, you know, a diverse array of different kinds of people, backgrounds, walks of life in the Forex Shark ecosystem. And so I think if we are here, then it's not that far off to think that it would appeal to others that are not necessarily just DeFi, diehards, right? Which I think that's also awesome to be. But ultimately, it would be better for everyone to see more people embracing DeFi because we need to. Let's just put it that way. Put it simply. In conclusion, guys, if you're freaking out, if you're getting pissed, just stop. Just get over it. And just stay in it for the long game. See it for the valuable investment that it is, rather than like as a disappointment or, as missed expectations or as, all these things you want to feel like when it didn't just pump when you wanted it to. Trust me, I was right there with you, checking, hoping, and but I still am very excited about everything that Forex is building here. So guys, it's really good to be back. I plan and hope to be posting a lot more now that things are better here with the family. My daughter is not in any kind of danger anymore. And I'm really excited to, follow the progress of the Forex Shark ecosystem. And I'm excited to talk to you about more things too. To me, there are so many exciting things in the passive income space. Just even though it's a scary time, like it's also an exciting time for financial advancement, financial freedom, being able to reimagine the way that we make money and live our lives, because how we make money and how much money we have and freedom we have has a lot to do with how we get to live, right? And to me, one of the biggest priorities or one of the biggest reasons for making money is to create a life that I absolutely love and enjoy, that allows me to spend time with my family and to contribute into society in ways that I'm truly passionate about. So thank you for watching this video, even though I went missing for a couple weeks. I am back and look forward to just being on this platform with you guys, having these conversations. Also, in the description, I have put a link to my email list. And if you think my content is dope, subscribe to my email list because it is even better. We cover topics a little more deeply, and I'm going to be sharing some exciting things that I'm working on, and especially in like just lifestyle and travel and living that life that is funded by our passive income, right? Join the email list if you want to just get a little more from me on what I'm doing and get a broader spectrum of these topics, and get some things I definitely won't share here on the YouTube platform. So subscribe, like all those things, and I will see you in the next one.